from the Isle of Mull. Today I'm going to be going on another island adventure, starting here from the Isle of Mull. The place I'm going to today is called the Isle of Lunga, and it's located a boat ride away from Mull, and it's an uninhabited island that is home to approximately 6,000 seabirds. The place that I'm at now is called Ulva Ferry. This is where I'll be joining the boat trip to the Isle of Lunga. It's about to leave, so let's get going. From Ulva Ferry, you can hop on a small boat to the Isle of Ulva, a community-owned island with a population of around 14 people. It's also home to the Boathouse, a fantastic seafood restaurant. For my visit to the Isle of Lunga, I booked the Big Bird trip with Turris Mara. It departs at 10 a.m, includes 4 hours on Lunga and costs £85. How long's the journey to get out there?
We're going to be about 55 minutes-ish to Staffa. We cruise around Staffa, then 25 minutes across to Lunga.
Slightly last-minute change of plan this morning. I'm actually going to go to Lunga first today because the weather forecast has brought the rain forwards a little bit. And just down to the right, the next layer of mountains behind Rum is the Black Coolin Ridge on Skye, so fairly good visibility today to see all the way up there.
We sailed past Ulva and the tiny island of Jomitra before reaching the Treshnish Isles, lying about 4 miles off the coast of Mull. This group of 8 uninhabited islands and numerous skerries forms a striking silhouette in the seascape. The largest island is Lunga, and the entire archipelago is designated a Site of Special Scientific Interest, thanks to its unique ecology and landscape. As we cruised around the islands, we listened to commentary about their history and wildlife. The surrounding waters are part of the Sea of the Hebrides Marine Protected Area, home to basking sharks, minke whales, and bottlenose and common dolphins. We spotted seals lounging on some rocks in the distance.
You understand about the other boat, this is the one that's getting you. 320.
Here, yeah, okay, thank you. There's no pier on Lunga, so the boat moors onto a floating pontoon, which is then guided ashore to let passengers disembark. We have made it on to the Isle of Lunga. It was really interesting how we arrived. So they connect the boat onto a pontoon, which then goes onto the shore. So there's lots of rocks to clamber over. The total journey took around 1 hour and 20 minutes, but we took a bit of a detour around some of the Treshnish Isles, so that was really nice to see. We will have 4 hours on the Isle of Lunga, so we were dropped off at 11:20 and we will be picked up at 3:20 by a different boat. Here is another boat coming in actually, so they're going to join onto the pontoon and then head over. Wow, there's lots of people on that boat there. Wow, my goodness, look at all the seabirds over there. I'm not sure if you can see them. They're all flying. That's amazing. The Isle of Lunga was recently brought under the care of the National Trust for Scotland. The island is covered in grasslands and vibrant wildflowers, and it plays a vital role as a nesting site for a wide range of seabirds, including guillemots, razorbills, puffins, kittiwakes, fulmars, shags, and skuas. I've never seen white bluebells before. Maybe they're not even bluebells, white bells perhaps. There's many beautiful flowers on this island. I literally just arrived at the top and there is already a puffin. My goodness, that is so cute. Lots of people are getting off the boat, but I think these people will just be here for maybe 2 hours. There's lots of different variations of trips that you can do. I've booked one that you get 4 hours here on the Isle of Lunga. It's called the Big Bird Trip, and you get extra time here to photograph the puffins, photograph the seabirds. So yeah, if you like birds, this is a good one to do. Here on the Isle of Lunga there are no toilets, no facilities, no shops, so you need to use the toilet before you get off the boat, and then you need to bring all your food and water with you. Behind me are these old buildings, and they're all abandoned now, but inside full of nettles, so I don't want to get stung, but it also looks like there's maybe some trap there for rats. It's very important on these islands where there's a lot of seabirds that rats never come onto the island because they can decimate the seabird population, like what happened on Ailsa Craig. Rats got onto the island and then it took years and years for the puffins to finally return there. The Treshnish Isles were once under the rule of King Haakon of Norway until 1249 and have a long history of human habitation dating back to the Iron Age. By the year 1800, around 20 people were said to be living on the Isle of Lunga. The last inhabitants left around 1857, leaving behind the remains of a ruined village and several archaeological sites. Going inside all those ferns, I found some ticks on my legs. So ticks are, I don't know if they're insects or what they are, but they basically attach to your skin and suck your blood, and if you don't remove them, they can cause Lyme's disease. I have made it to one side of the island. I'm not really sure what to see on the island. They didn't provide us a map or anything. When I went to St Kilda last year, they gave us a printed map which showed you all the different parts of the island, where to go to see certain things, but they didn't give us anything on the boat. But anyway, this says danger, paths may be hazardous beyond this point. So most of the other people went the other way, so maybe the puffins are around the other side. I'm going to head round there. So I have come back to the point where I came up the hill and there's lots of people. So this probably means the puffins and the seabirds are around this area. Let's go and see what we can find. I went the completely wrong way, and actually there are so many puffins. So once you come to the top of the hill, turn right and then you can see all the puffins here. It is amazing. Atlantic puffins nest on many islands around the British coast. Each year, the female lays a single egg in late April or early May, and both parents take turns catching small fish to feed their ever-hungry chick. By mid-August, the puffins have left, setting off on long journeys across the open ocean. They spend the winter at sea before returning the following spring, often to the very same burrow they used the year before. A recent report revealed that Lunga is now home to over 6,400 occupied puffin burrows, which highlights its importance as a thriving breeding ground for these charismatic seabirds. There are so many puffins and fulmars and different birds. It is incredible, and they're so close to the path. At the area near the boat there's a rope and you can't cross over, but here. They're so close. Look, there's some just there. Right there. Fulmars look a bit like seagulls, and they nest on sea cliffs and glide over the ocean, feeding on fish and scraps. They are known for spitting a foul-smelling oil to defend themselves from predators. I also spotted a shag. It's a black seabird that lives on rocky coasts and dives underwater to catch fish. It has a long neck, a thin hooked beak, and often stands with its wings open to dry. Here's a puffin burrow, and there's a little puffin inside. I don't know if you can see him. Here's the path that you need to walk along. I would really recommend, if you come here, to bring hiking shoes with you, like these, because especially when you get off the ferry, you have to clamber over some rocks. And then if you want to come over here and walk a little bit further away from where you get in, then you're going to go on some unstable ground. So I'd recommend to wear some proper hiking shoes or walking shoes. Something I really love about being here on this island is that everyone is just so happy. Everyone that you meet, everyone wants to see the puffins. Everyone's so excited to see the puffins and see the birds. Many people, it's their first time seeing puffins here, and everyone's just so excited. It's really nice. Oh, there's another one of those big birds hiding underneath the rock there in their nest. And then just above are more puffins. If you are visiting Scotland and you would like to see puffins, I think coming here to the Isle of Lunga is a really good idea. There are so many puffins here, you're pretty much guaranteed to see them between mid-April probably and mid-August. That's when the puffins come back. So you can book a day trip from Oban or from the Isle of Mull. Just walking along the path here, and there's another puffin. Puffin mania here. As I continued my walk, I came across more and more birds, including razorbills, which are a medium-sized auk, known for their striking black upper body and white belly. They have a distinctive, thick, blunt black beak with white stripes, and are known for their impressive diving abilities. I have just walked around the final corner here, and oh my goodness, this is out of control. Look at all the birds. This is crazy. Wow. It's hard to put into words what is in front of me here. I have never seen anything like this. This is Harp Rock, where you will find dense colonies of razorbills, guillemots, kittiwakes and fulmars. On the cliffs there are also loads more puffins. I will sit here and have my lunch, my egg mayonnaise sandwich from the co-op while I watch the seabirds. Because I booked the big bird trip that you get 4 hours here on the Isle of Lunga, all the other people from the other boats have already left because they only stay for 2 hours and then they go, I think, to the Isle of Iona. So there's no one else here right now. No one. I'm the only person. And I met loads of people from my boat heading back already because they came here first. And I went the wrong way to see the abandoned houses on the other side of the island. Then I came here and actually that was a better way to do it because I got this place to myself. It's hard to put into words how I feel seeing this. It's astonishing, maybe, I'm not sure. It is seriously impressive. I have not seen anything like this before. Here there is a point where you cannot go any further because puffins have made nests here. So you can also hike to the top of the hill on the island if you want, but you need to go via a different path. Wow, so the cruise ships are stopping here too. One has just docked out there, and then there's a small boat coming in already from the cruise ship. On my way back, I stopped to take some photographs and got some great shots of the puffins in the bluebells and standing on the rocks. I often share photographs from my Scotland trips on Instagram and Facebook. It is starting to rain now, and that is the 4 hours pretty much up. I feel like if it had been 2 hours, it would have been quite quick. I'm really glad I opted for the extended trip to spend 4 hours here on the island because I really enjoy photography and taking videos. It was really great, and I got some amazing photos. I am so happy with how they turned out. I took some incredible photos of puffins on Shetland a few years ago, but I think the ones I got today are even better. We departed Lunga and headed towards the Isle of Staffa, about 25 minutes away. Staffa is a small, uninhabited island, known for its dramatic volcanic landscape and sea caves. It's most famous for Fingal's Cave, an impressive natural formation made entirely of hexagonal basalt columns, similar to those found at the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland. At the moment, it's not possible to land on Staffa because they're building a new pier. After cruising around Staffa, we then made our way back to Ulva Ferry, arriving around 5 p.m. It was such a wonderful day and well worth every penny. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.